just take a moment to settle into your seat. And we'll just start with our eyes closed and have an exhale out through the mouth, if that is useful for you. And you can really just settle into what you are feeling right now in this moment, this week, this time. And kind of just being okay with that for now. Right? Not that, and just remembering that, you know, those feelings will pass, they'll change, they don't define you, but you can be with them, right? Whether they're good or bad or somewhere in between. And if you haven't come into your Ujaya breathing, long inhales and exhales through the nose, I'm just gonna be here in our seat for a few breaths and then we'll start to move. But use this time to connect with your breath and connect with your mantra for the day, for the morning. Good. A couple more breaths here. Use your next inhale, sit taller. And exhale, empty out. Good, and when you are ready, you can start to make your way out of your seat and into child's pose. So however you want to get there. If you need to shake out your legs in between or whatever it is you need, but take the knees wide and then just extend the arms long. Good, and then in your next breath, you can bring the arms to another place. Release the forehead into the mat. And just try to feel yourself in this space. Good, and then take a little walk over to the right side. So staying in child's pose, just walking it off to the right. Try to stay anchored and heavy through the left hip as you do. Good, and then walk it through center and over to the left. Good, and then walk it back to center. Good, have another couple of breaths here. We'll be moving soon, but just feel the ground, the support of the ground. Try to really focus on the bottom of your exhales right now. Right, notice if Like the little things are getting to you these days. I mean, I know that's the case for me, where things that probably shouldn't upset me do, right? Which is indicative of, the bigger world. But when you can, try to find the bottom of an exhale, so you can let those little things maybe roll off your back a little more easily. Good, and then start to roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. And draw the knees together, and we'll take a few spinal flexes once you're up there. So inhale, slide the hands back, send the heart forward, and then exhale, round it back. Slide the fingertips toward the knees, and then inhale forward, and exhale, round. Just keep moving like that. And you can start to move more quickly if you'd like, or take it really slowly and more methodically. Twice more, inhale and exhale. Inhale, try not to lead with your chin, and exhale. And then inhale, sweep the arms overhead, interlace your fingers, press the palms up toward the sky this time. Good. Long arms, draw them alongside the ears, but try to drop the shoulder blades down the back. Have another breath in. And then exhale, keep the fingers interlaced, but bring the palms together and round. So you're just taking the same sort of spinal flex. And then inhale, hands to the heart, press the palms up. And then exhale, invert that and round. A few more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling. I don't even care if you pop the ribs forward. Sometimes I say, knit the ribs in, but just try to find some space right now. It's one of those moments where you can let form go and just try to get into your body instead. Last time, inhale and exhale, round. Take an extra breath there. Good, and then release it. Open the arms wide, tent the fingertips behind you. And again, puff up the chest, draw the shoulder blades down the back. You might even lift the hips off the heels. Always optional there. Take another breath. Exhale completely. Bottom of that exhale, release the hips. And let's come forward to all fours and just shake out the legs. Give them a shake out. Good. Wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. And this time today, you're going to inhale and just rock forward. Take a little weight into the wrists and exhale, rock back. Inhaling forward and exhale back. A few times. And again, this movement can be super small also. Good. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale forward, tuck the toes. Exhale, bring it back, downward facing dog. And really walk it out, pedal it out. Do whatever you need. You might even keep shaking out the legs. And start to work the heels into the mat. Let the hips sway. Wrap the elbows down toward the earth. Slide the arm bones back into the shoulders. And nod the head yes. And shake it no. Good, and then inhale, you're going to rock forward into a plank. And it can be a half plank with the knees to the ground. Make sure the wrists are beneath your shoulders. So just really focus on stacking up your joints today, whatever you do, so that you can feel the support that your own body provides for you. Reach back to the heels, forward to the crown of the head. Connect to the belly more, so hug the navel into the spine even more. One more inhale. And then exhale, lift the hips, lift the belly up and back, down dog. And we'll do that a few more times. So inhale, rock it forward. And exhale, rock it back. So just finding that sway of movement. Inhale and exhale. Twice more. Last time, inhale And exhale. Good. Inhale, roll to the tops of your feet so the knees are hovering. Breath in. Exhale, release the knees. Bring it back to child's pose. Inhale, gaze forward. And let's slide it onto our bellies into a low cobra. Move my coffee out of my way so you can see my head. Lift up. Find that low cobra. Really lengthen your spine. One more inhale. Exhale, release the forehead down to the earth and extend the arms forward into a full pranam. So palms up, forehead on the earth. And it is a surrender. Right, and try to savor this act of surrender. It's not a giving up. Surrender is not giving up. It's giving in for a moment to really listen. And maybe it's giving some things up when they need to be. And maybe it's just releasing the struggle, as you can see more clearly. Good. Inhale, bend through the elbows. So you're making little cactus arms, and they're just hovering above the earth here. Breath in. And exhale, plant the hands beneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes, lift your thighs. We're going to inhale up to plank. The knees can always come to the ground first. And exhale, back downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk the hands back to meet the feet. Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, when you get there, really lengthen your spine. And exhale, forward fold. And do what you need to do. You can nod the head, yes, shake it, no. Really try to release and lengthen the sides of your neck. And then you can take a hold of opposite elbows or interlace your fingers behind your back. And next exhale, release your hands down to the mat. And then bend your knees. Roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Maybe take a little more time than you usually would. Good, and then inhale, reach arms overhead. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good, next inhale, reach arms overhead. And exhale, bend the knees and walk yourself out to plank. Inhale here, exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, roll to the tops of the feet, knees lower, drop it back, child's pose. Inhale, look forward and slide onto your belly into low cobra. Exhale, forehead to the ground, full pranam, extend the arms. Inhale, bend through the elbows, hover. Exhale, plant the hands beneath the shoulders, tuck the toes. Inhaling, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. And again, inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk the hands back to the feet. Ardha Uttanasana, lift the heart. Exhaling, fold. All the way up, breath in. And exhale, hands to the heart. And like that, inhale, arms high, bend the knees, walk yourself out to plank. Inhale here, exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the heels, roll to the tops of the feet, knees lower, hips lower, child's pose. Inhale, slide out and into cobra. So maybe you lift higher this time. Exhale, forehead to the ground, extend the arms. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, plant the hands, tuck the toes. Inhaling, plank. Exhale, down dog. And this time, inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, and you can step or hop the feet to the hands. Lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold. One more breath here. And inhale all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart, Tadasana. And let's keep moving. Inhale, press down to the feet, lengthen, lift. Exhale, forward fold into your legs. Lengthen your spine, breath in. Exhale, step your left foot back behind you. So you're in a lunge. Make sure that the right ankle is below the knees. Again, thinking about stacking up your joints always. And the next exhale, release your left knee down to the mat. Let's come onto Anjaneyasana. So extend the arms high for a moment. And then plant the palms to the top of the right thigh. And you might back out of it slightly, but I want you to feel yourself really filling up the low back, right, so that you can actually see it, almost kind of inflating the back body. And then you might deepen into the hips, trying to maintain that as much as you can. Maybe extend the arms, up to you. Breath in. And exhale, plant the hands and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to a plank. And we'll move through a vinyasa of your choice. You can lower all the way or halfway, or knees, chest, and chin. Inhaling, upward facing or cobra. And exhale, back down dog. Good. Inhale, right leg floats. Hips are square to start. So really extend to that inner right thigh, and then maybe stack it open. Roll the ankle. Good. Extend your right leg long, get square to the hips. Exhale, forward, knee to nose. Inhaling, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhaling. And exhale and hold. Use the belly lift higher, and then exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Bring it up to crescent. Really plug the right thigh bone back into the hip, lift up to the low belly, and you can even bend to the left knee for a moment and try to inflate the back of the body a little bit more. Good, and then maybe extend that leg again and float the arms high. One more inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, Parsvattanasana. So left foot steps in about a foot, spin the heel down. Hands can always come to blocks, of course. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, forward fold. And let the head go. Try to be in this space. For better or worse, I get like all kinds of news headlines on my phone, and I should maybe stop beginning the day that way, but it's habit. So whether that's the case for you or not, try to let the contents of the head go for a few breaths, or like 40 more minutes. Good, look forward, standing splits, walk it out, left leg floats. Press the right hip and thigh back in space. You might even bring the right sitting or right thumb to the right hip crease to find that. Take another breath in. And then exhale, bend the knees, left ankle meets the right. Inhaling, standing splits. Exhale, empty out. One more time, inhaling. Exhale, let's float it back into a lunge, and then we'll spin it around to Prasarita Padottanasana. So right toes come in. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, forward fold. Press into the outer edges of your feet, lift up through the sitting bones. Good, inhale, let's bring it all the way up to stand. So open the arms wide, spin the toes out, heels in, and then you'll bend through the knees and find Kali. Actually, let's take eagle arms. So bring your right elbow underneath the left. You can see me here. Try to lift up the elbows, but soften to the shoulders. And then maybe take a sway. Right, so feel that sway in motion kind of pull you in more than one direction, but then feel the stability of the feet as well. Good, and then let it settle at center. Good, inhale all the way up. And then exhale, spin the toes back in, forward fold. Even if you need to bend the knees, swing it back around, low lunge. And then you're just gonna step it up, Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. All the way up, breath in. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen your spine. Take that right foot back behind you, low lunge. Inhale here, exhale, right knee down to the mat. Arms are high to start. Good, and you can even interlace the fingers, press the palms into that left thigh. Lift up out of it a bit and really fill up the back body. Good, and then maybe have a little more space bending into that left knee. Extend the arms if you'd like. Breath in and exhale. Plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale to a plank, vinyasa of your choice or not. And bring it back down, dog. Inhale, left leg high. Hips are square. Just start, find that. And then keep all of that length and stack it open and then bend the knee. Be mindful not to collapse into your right shoulder. So really find a lift up and underneath that right armpit. Extend your left leg long. Exhale, forward knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, forward. Inhaling. Exhale, forward, hold, take a breath in, lift higher, step it in between the hands, and bring it up to crescent. And bend your right knee for a moment, plant the hands to the thigh, and just try to fill up through the back of the body. Good, and then you can extend that right leg if you'd like, and extend the arms. Breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat, Utkatasana, right foot slides in about a foot. Spin the heel down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Pull that left hip back in space if it was sneaking forward. And then exhale, forward fold. One more breath. Look forward, standing splits. Walk it out. And pull left hip and thigh back in space. So the left thumb is useful for this. You can literally send that leg back so you're standing on your leg. You might even bring your right hand off the mat because you feel so stable on that leg. Breath in. Exhale, bend to the knees, empty out. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Try to get longer. Exhale, bend to the knees, shoot it back to a lunge and into Prasarita Padottanasana. So take a moment, really soften into the feet and then lengthen the legs and fold. Try to find those spaces in between shapes to really become more malleable and give your body a chance to adapt. Good. Next inhale, let's bring it up to stand. Good, spin the toes out, heels in, and then bend your knees. Kali, swing the left elbow underneath this time. Lift the elbows up, soften the shoulders down. Again, maybe sway or you lift the heels if you'd like. Right, so you have less of a platform, but you can be just as stable. Breath in, exhale, heels down, float it up, spin the toes back in and fold. And you might soften to the knees, follow it around, low lunge, and step it up, Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold. All the way up, breath in. And exhaling, hands to the heart. Good, Surya Namaskar, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen your spine and take it back. You can step to plank or hop to chaturanga. Use that exhale to lower if you've stepped. Inhaling through and exhale back, down dog. Smooth out the breath. And then inhale, lift the heels, look forward, exhaling, stepping or hopping. Lengthen your spine and exhale, fold. All the way up, breath in. And exhale, hands to the heart. Again, like that, inhale. Exhale, fold. Lengthen on a breath in. Exhale, back, stepping or hopping. And moving through. And exhale, back. And inhale, lift the heels, look forward. Exhale, step or float. And if you're playing around with floating forward, remember, keep the hips high. Look beyond your fingertips and try to find that lift of the hips so you can really place your feet. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. All the way up, breath in. And exhaling, hands to the heart. Good, one more time, inhale. And exhale, fold. Lengthen. Take it back, stepping or floating. Smooth out that exhale. Inhaling. And exhale, scoop the belly. Right away, lift the heels, look forward. Exhale, stepping or hopping. Lengthen your spine, breath in. And exhale, fold. All the way up. And exhale, right back to the heart. Next, inhale, Utkatasana, bend through the knees. Sweep the arms high. Drop the shoulders. You can try to feel a little more freedom in the neck. So don't get stiff and held in the neck to maintain this. Soften the jaw. One more breath in. Exhale, fingertips to the ground and fold. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, stepping or hopping. And moving through. Next, inhale, right leg reaches. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. And let's bring it up to crescent. Good, one more breath in. Good, and then exhale, fingertips down to the mat. Spin your left heel down, come back up, warrior one. It's just feeling that difference in the hips as you shift from one to the other. Try to inwardly rotate that left thigh a little bit more. Press into the outer edge of left foot. One more breath. And exhale, warrior two. Again, feel that your right knee is floating over your ankle, even if you need to look, which you might have to. Get heavy through the left hip. Peaceful warrior, breath in. Take another inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Spin your left heel up again. Let's come into a twist. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches. Good, keep hugging that right hip back in space. Take another breath. And exhale one more time. Release the twist. Release your left heel again and come into side angle. You can bring your elbow up to the thigh, or you can keep that hand low. Whatever you're doing, make sure that your breath is really leading you through it. Spin the left palm down, reach that hand forward. One more breath. Inhale up, warrior two, just for a breath in, and then exhale it all the way down. Step back to plank, vinyasa, or down dog. Good, exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, step it up, up to crescent. Bigger breath. And then exhale, hands down to the mat, right heel down. Come right back up to warrior one. And feel what needs to shift to make this right. If your feet are too narrow, you might wiggle your left foot over to the left. You really want to feel like you're finding the width of your hip bones, the structure of your own body. Take a breath in. Exhaling, warrior two. Good. Open up through the left hip. Smooth it out. Inhaling, peaceful. Good. Keep deepening into that left leg. Get stronger through the right. Exhale, cartwheel it down. Spin the right heel up. So you're back in a lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Left arm is high. Keep using every inhale to lengthen your spine more. Exhale, navel back. Left ribs open up. Breath in. Exhale, one more bit. Right heel down as you release the twist. Side angle. So you can walk it up to the thigh or keep it low. Turn the right palm down. Reach that hand to the front of the room. Good. Inhale, warrior two, float up. And exhale, float it back down. Step back to plank. Vinyasa, down dog, or you can rest in between. Wherever you need to be. Try to find your own edge. Good. And then inhale, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, stepping or floating. Lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold. And bend your knees, Utkatasana. And exhale, bring it up to stand. So let's find the breath. Inhale, Utkatasana. And exhale, forward fold. Lengthen breath in. Exhaling back, stepping or hopping. Taking it through. When you arrive, inhale, right leg floats. Exhale, step it up. Let's come right up to warrior one this time. Inhaling. Exhale, warrior two. Peaceful breath in. And exhale, cartwheel it down. Left heel up. Take a breath in to get long. Exhale, twist. Inhaling. Exhale, release the twist and the left heel, side angle. Good. Next, inhale, warrior two. Exhale, all the way down. Take it back and through. Good. Second side, left leg floats. Exhale, bring it up. Warrior one. Warrior two as you breathe out. Peaceful. And then find the ground, cartwheel it down, right heel up. As much time as it takes. Breath in, get long, and then exhale, twist. Inhaling, exhale, let that twist go, and the right heel, side angle. Next, inhale, warrior two. And exhale, release it down, stepping back, up to you. Left leg can even hover here. And inhale, lift the heels, look forward. Exhale, stepping or floating. Lengthen your spine and fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana. And then come on up to stand. Have a breath. All right, next inhale, Utkatasana. Let's come back into it and then twist over to the right. So hands to the heart, hook your left elbow to the outside of right thigh. Good, and same idea here, really using your inhales to lengthen, exhales, navel back and twist. Check out your knees, glide that left hip back if you need to line up the knees here. Next inhale, bring it back through center. Exhale, second side. Use your breath in to lengthen, exhale, navel back and twist. Check out your knees. Check out your breath, your jaw. If you're getting irritated with the pose, try to exhale through it. Inhale back through the center and exhale, fingertips to the ground. Forward fold. Good, have a breath in. Let the chest float forward. And exhale, flutter out through the lips. Good, and then bring it down. Plant the hands, step or hop back, vinyasa or down dog. And so again, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it up, warrior one. Exhaling, warrior two. You're gonna come into peaceful warrior, and then we're cartwheeling into standing splits, or something like that, right? So you're gonna reach with that right hand and cartwheel around into standing splits. Now, that might be a slow process with bent knees and then finding your way in. Good, have a breath. And then exhale, lower down into a lunge. Inhale, up to crescent. All right, let's twist again. Hands to the heart, hook the left elbow to the outside of right thigh. If this is a lot, you can bring your left knee to the ground. Right? Remember to sort of inflate the back body with breath again. You don't have to overdo it, but just find that same connection. There's a reminder of that feeling. Good breath. Good, exhale, release the twist, and then bring it around into Prasarita. Good. Take a breath in to lengthen, and exhale, forward fold. Good, and then inhale, let's float back up. Exhale, come on back to warrior two. Good, inhale again, flip it up, peaceful warrior, and you're cartwheeling again into warrior three. So again, you really have to feel your way through it and not rush it. Soften the knees to start and then float. The hands might even come to the ground if you need that support. Breath in. Exhale. One more inhale. And then exhale, bend through the knees. Pull that left knee up to the chest. And then let's float into tree. So left foot to the inside of right thigh or the calf or ankle. Maybe arms extend. All right, so from here, from tree, you're welcome to always stay in tree. If you want to play around sort of a half lotus, you can take that left foot and place it into the hip crease. You might be able to let go of the foot, but maybe you just hold on. The left arm can even reach around. Maybe take a hold of that inner right elbow. You also have the option to forward fold here. Good, and then float it back up. And release it down and shake it out. Good. Sweep the arms high. That was a lot. Exhale, forward fold into the legs. Lengthen your spine. And then take it back, stepping or floating. Good, left leg floats. Exhale, step it up, warrior one. Exhaling, warrior two. Again, peaceful, so find a little momentum. And you're gonna cartwheel into standing splits. Good. Take another breath in to lift once you arrive. And then exhale, let's float back into a lunge and up to crescent. And scoop the belly, hands to the heart, and then we'll twist again. You can bend the right knee or even bring it to the ground. Take a breath in, lengthen, exhale, navel back, and roll the left ribs up to the sky. The arms can even open wide. All of those things are optional except for the breath. Even if it's harder to breathe, keep breathing through it. And exhale, release. And we're gonna come into Prasarita. So spin it around. Take a breath in, lengthen, really get long through both sides of your waist. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, float back up. Exhale, set yourself up for warrior two. Peaceful. And remember warrior three. So you're trying to cartwheel in and find it. The cartwheel might involve the ground. Good, press that left hip and thigh back in space the same way you did in warrior or in standing splits, excuse me. Press back to the right heel, forward through the chest, and then bend through the knees. Roll yourself up to stand. Right knee is lifted and into tree. Any variation, you can extend the arms, and then you have the option to take your tree into a half lotus. So placing that right foot up toward the hip crease or somewhere near there. And maybe the right arm can reach around. Now in theory, you'd be reaching around for the right big toe. My knees don't do that. So you can also take the inner elbow. And then maybe forward fold. And then float it back up. Wherever you are, you might still be in tree, and then rest, shake it out. Good, inhaling and exhale, forward fold. Then lift the heart and take it back. You can step or float, vinyasa or down dog. Good, and then inhale, lift the heels, look forward. We're coming to our seat, step or hop, cross legs. Good, and then throw the legs out in front of you, Navasana. So wherever your Navasana is, it might be feet on the ground, you might be lifted, right? But one thing that you can know for sure is that your foundation is in the sitting bones. So find the sitting bones, scoop the belly for a long spine. The other stuff is sort of extra. You don't always need extra. But the foundation you need. And so hang on to that. Breath in, exhale. One more inhale. And exhale completely. Cross at the ankles, lengthen your spine. Good, and then you can roll back and you might take a few rocks and rolls. Next time you rock forward, just roll over the shins or swing the legs behind you and lower down to your belly. Good, full pranam again, which might take on a different meaning now. Good, bend the elbows. Good, and then plant the hands. We're going to come into Sphinx, so you'll have to walk the arms a little farther forward so the elbows are beneath the shoulders. Scoop the belly. One more breath in. And then exhale, release it. And then press it back into child's pose. yourself up. Good, and then let's set up pigeon on the right side. So if your knees and hips are feeling good, you can come to a sort of a traditional one-legged pigeon, bringing that right knee and shin forward. If you want to go easier on your back for any reason, I know there are different things going on with everyone, you can also come to your back. So just remember that you have that option to place the right ankle on top of left thigh, and you'll still get a nice hip opener. So both of those options are great. Good. Tuck the back toes if you're here, and try to get evened out through the hips. And then if you have the space, you might forward fold. Two more breaths. And then walk it up. And you can bring the right foot a little bit closer to the pelvis if that helps you balance. And then tuck the back toes, reach back to that heel. If you have the space, you can bend your left knee again and take a hold of the foot. You might even try the balance this morning. And exhale, gently release and step it back to all fours or down dog, somewhere in between. Good, and then over to the second side, bring that left knee and shin forward. And just remember that you can come to your back, and also if the hips are pretty open, that left leg can come a little farther forward. If it's tighter, bring your left foot closer to the pelvis. Tuck the back toes, try to swing that right hip around so you're a little more even. And you can untuck the toes and fold whenever you're ready. But keep adjusting until it feels right. And two more breaths. And one more breath, and really take it all the way to the top of your inhale and all the way to the bottom of your exhale. Give yourself that time. And then roll yourself up. Good, and you can bring that left foot a little bit closer if that helps you. Tuck the back toes, reach back to the heel, just creating length. And then you might bend that right knee and take the foot. If you'd like to try the balance, hooking the foot into the crook of the right elbow, maybe reaching up and around. And then gently let that go and come on back, down dog, or all fours, maybe somewhere in between, just shaking out the hips and the legs. Good, and let's come to our back. So any way you want to get to your back, your choice. Lower down. So we'll take one back bend. Bridge might feel most accessible, but if you have the space for a full wheel, that's totally fine. But if you're working on bridge, make sure your ankles below the knees and feet are really parallel. Again, finding your foundation. Arms at your sides, and then float the hips high. And remember, this is an opportunity to open up through the heart. Gently press the back of the head into the earth, but also soften the chin into the chest slightly. So you're really kind of two elements coming together to create balance, which is often how things go. Breathe there. And then exhale, slowly lower. And gently sway the knees. And then let it settle at center, and take the heels of the hands and press them into the hip creases. The heels of the hands are in the hip creases, fingertips pointing up. And as you press down, you lift the chest up toward the chin. So you're trying to create some traction in your spine. Sometimes it's tricky to find at first, but if you don't overthink it, you'll find that space. And then release that and hug the knees into the chest. Circle them one way and then the other. And let's come into a twist. Open the arms wide, stack your knees to the left, gazing toward the right hand. And then inhale, roll it back through center. And exhale over to the second side. You don't need much effort here, so release about 90% of your effort. Let the breath take over. Good, and bring it back to center. Good, and then roll over to one side, and let's come up to our seat, and we'll just finish up with one forward fold. Paschimottanasana, pull flesh away from the sitting bones. Right. Flex through your feet, sitting up nice and tall. And before we forward fold, let's just take a few moments of Dandasana. So hands alongside the hips. And you're just using that to find more length in your spine. So you might even feel the pelvis lift off the mat really slightly. It's a subtle shift, but it has a lot of power in it, even the subtle shifts. Right? And then release that weight of the sitting bones back down into the ground. Extend the arms long and exhale, forward fold. If this feels like a lot on your back, you can also bend the knees and try to just create lots of nice length through the low back that way. And when you feel complete in this fold, you can start to roll yourself up and make your way into Shavasana. do anything you need to get comfortable. Maybe you need to put your sweater back on like I do. Maybe roll up a blanket and throw it underneath the knees just to support the low back. In your own time, release it all the way down. Start to deepen your breath. When you're ready, you can start to wiggle through the fingers, extend the arms, legs. Just reawaken. And when you're ready, bend your knees, roll over to your right side. Good. And then in your own time, come all the way up to your seat. And then give yourself a few more moments to just be right here. Right, even in the uncertainty, feel your body in this space, in your space. Feel your breath moving through the body. And be comforted by that. All right, and let the waves of emotion, whatever's going on, they can wash through you and over you, but let them continue. Keep making space for new emotion, new thought, new recognition. All while being reminded of that foundation of the breath, of the people, the things who support you. And bring the hands together at the heart, honoring each other. Namaste. Thank you.